Blackberry Diaries. Part 4. Let's make some blackberry jam. We're out picking blackberries. And you know what we're going to put those blackberries in? We're going to put them into that lovely blackberry basket we made last time, remember?
Oh, yeah. What we got here? Oh, yeah.
In addition to picking a load of blackberries, we're also going to pick some of these wild apples. These small apples are very high in pectin, which will help gel our jam together. You could also buy some fruit pectin, or some lemon juice works quite well. But if you can get pectin from some wild fruits, why not use them? So let's chop these apples up and then put them in with our blackberries. Then we're going to add just a little bit of water just to get that initial boil going a bit. We don't need to add much water because the blackberries are quite juicy already. And we're just going to stir that up and then bring it to a boil. And periodically we'll come back and we'll stir it some more. We want to make sure none of that fruit sticks to the bottom. And then we just let it simmer. Let the heat do its thing. Once this has been boiling for a little while, say maybe half an hour or so, we're going to add a sweetener of some kind. A lot of folks like to use sugar, but I prefer to use honey. I'm not going to measure this out, I'm just going to add some honey and then stir it in there. Man, I give it the taste test. Let's try some of that. Now in this case, it wasn't quite as sweet as I wanted, so I'm going to add a little bit more honey, keep stirring, and let this jam finish up. Once that jam is getting close to being done, we're going to sterilize some glass jars by putting them into some water and bringing that water to a boil, letting them boil in there for a good 10 minutes or so. So how do you tell when a jam is done? Well, it shouldn't be runny, shouldn't be watery, it should be nice and thick and gloopy. And if you take a bit out and let it cool off for a minute, it should show a nice kind of filmy layer over the top that kind of wrinkles up when you press it. And this jam is almost done, so I'm going to start pulling out these glass containers, get myself some wooden tongs. I'm going to set them somewhere where I can start filling them up with jam. Here's the fun part. Filling up our jars with jam. Beautiful fresh made blackberry jam. Fill up a jar, make sure it's clean, put on a lid, twist it nice and tight. If you watch these jars carefully, you can see the lids slowly getting sucked down as the last of the hot air escapes out of the jar. Once they've sat there for a while, I'm going to go around and give them one last twist to make sure they're nice and tight and sealed. Oh, there's one that just needed that extra little tap. Any jam that doesn't fit in your jars should probably just be eaten up as soon as possible. And then you can do something fun and decorate your jars a bit. Write blackberry jam. Put on some nice paper and string. Make them look beautiful so you can give them as a gift to somebody and make them smile. You could even make a little blackberry basket to hold a jar of blackberry jam. But like the fruit leathers, making blackberry jam is a great way to preserve the berries so you can enjoy them once they're not growing anymore. And what a wondrous thing it is to do, to make a bit of jam. Don't you think?